Hey guys, it's Jack, and today we're going to look at some ND, PL and UV filters for the DJI Mini 3 Pro, what they do and how they can make your footage look even more cinematic. Now, full disclosure, Freewell has very kindly sent me a bunch of filter sets for free, but this video isn't sponsored by them. And with that said, I have bought from Freewell before and they are a brand I trust, so I've been really excited to try these out for the Mini 3 Pro. I have already bought DJI's own ND filter set, which you can see in my original unboxing video, so I will be comparing these with the sets from Freewell throughout the video so that you can decide which is best for you. So let's quickly go over what ND filters are and what they do, and then we'll take a look at the first set. So ND stands for neutral density, and these are used to reduce the amount of light coming into the camera and hitting the sensor. You can think of them as like sunglasses for a camera. With a fixed f1.7 aperture on the Mini 3, using an ND filter is the only way that we can reduce the light transmission without increasing our shutter speed. So by reducing the amount of light coming in with an ND, we can then shoot at a much slower shutter speed when using manual controls, meaning that we can get that nice smooth motion blur in our footage, which makes it look more cinematic and less choppy and stuttery. Ideally, you want your shutter speed to be double your frame rate. This is called the 180-degree shutter rule, which mimics the motion blur that the human eye sees, and it's the standard used across TV and filmmaking, unless you're going for a more sort of stylized look. So first up, we have Freewell's all-day ND filter set. In the box, the filters come with this plastic carry case. There's also an envelope with some Freewell stickers, plus a little lens cloth in case you accidentally get fingerprints on the filter glass. You don't get a cloth with the DJI set, so it's nice that it's included here. Really useful to have when you're out flying. With this we get 6 filters in total, ranging from ND4 to ND64, with a 6th filter at ND1000 for dragging your shutter to get those silky smooth, long exposure still shots. All the NDs we'll look at today are fixed. You can find the strength factor printed on them. And each time this number doubles, it represents one stop of light reduction, halving the amount of light passing through the filter every time the ND factor doubles. Another nice feature here is the magnets in the carry case for holding the lid shut, and they're pretty strong for keeping the filters safely in the case, and we love a good magnet. Mounting the filters is really easy. They work just like DJI's own set. With the drone turned off, you can remove the lens ring on the gimbal by turning it anti-clockwise, then do the opposite to mount the filter. Here's a bit of footage shot with some of the filters in this set. The image looks really clean and there isn't any colour shift with the filters fitted. Sometimes NDs can make your image look a bit warmer, which you can fix in post, but that's not needed here. The image looks just as good to me as with no filter. But now we can shoot at a much slower shutter speed to get that smooth cinematic motion blur. Another benefit of NDs is they can also tone down some of the highlights, like here on the fence panel behind the tree. Compared with the DJI filter set, you are getting a much bigger range to work with here, so you can hit your desired shutter speed in different lighting conditions. Here's a little table I've made with a rough guide on what weather conditions each filter works best in, so feel free to screen grab it to keep it handy when you're out shooting. The ND1000 isn't going to be that useful for standard video as it blocks a ton of light coming in. It's more for use in long exposure photography as well as hyperlapses, so you can really slow down the shutter speed and get that silky smooth look to things like water in an image. Each filter weighs just 0.7 grams too, so they're not going to take you over the 250 gram limit for Class C0 drones. Now, previously I've mentioned how the lens ring from the drone is too thick to fit in DJI's filter case, and that's the same here with the Freewell case, which is a bit of a shame as it would have been good to keep this somewhere safe when you're using one of the filters. But I do actually have a tip to solve this, which we'll see a little bit later on in the video. First though, let's take a look at Freewell's ND polarization filters. These combine the light blocking effects of NDs with that of polarization filters, all in a single filter. And to try and put it simply, a PL or polarizing filter blocks light that is reflected towards the camera lens at certain angles as the filter is rotated, which is useful because it can cut back on some of the glare in the image, making the colours look more vibrant and reducing the appearance of some of the haze in your footage. Like the last set, Freewell's Bright Day ND-PL filter pack ranges from ND4 up to ND64, with the 6th filter here just being a circular polarizer with no ND factor. Once again with the same magnetic case, stickers and lens cloth. To help you out, Freewell has pre-aligned the polarization position depending on if you're shooting with the Mini 3 Pro's camera in horizontal or vertical mode. You can align the white line on the red ring with the H when the camera is in the horizontal position, and with the V when the camera is in vertical, which they say is the best prolonged polarization position for each orientation. So you are going to need to pre-plan your flying a bit when shooting with these, as you're going to need to land the drone and then realign the polarizer when you want to switch camera orientation. These can be used to reduce things like reflections from glass, for example. For demo purposes here, I'm actually holding one of the PL filters over an iPhone camera just so I can rotate the ring and you can see the effect. And you can see how, as the filter is rotated, it reduces the reflections here on the glass and allows us to see through into the car. They can also be used to reduce the amount of glare you get off large bodies of water like lakes and reservoirs as you're flying over them. And by dehazing the image, they can really make your colours pop as well. As before, looking at some of the footage shot with these, there's no colour shift, which is great to see. The image looks nice and sharp and crisp. PL filters work best when you're shooting at a 90-degree angle to the sun, as they only reduce light that's polarised in a specific direction. So that's something that you need to be aware of when you're using these, otherwise you might see some weird changes in the gradient of the sky, with some areas looking a lot darker than others. And that might not make these suitable for every shoot if you need to shoot in a specific direction, for example. As an easy guide though, if you stretch out your index finger and your thumb and then you point directly at the sun, you can rotate your hand and your thumb will point you in the optimal direction for shooting in when you're using PL filters like these. These filters are slightly heavier than the last set at 1.1 grams each, but once again they're not going to take you out of the C0 drone class, as the Mini 3 Pro sits comfortably under the 250 gram limit at around 247 grams. I measured it at 249 grams with one of these ND mounted. Lastly, we have the UV filter. Freewell says that this will absorb all ranges of UV rays, providing a clearer and sharper image with less haze. I can't really say that I've noticed this though, so it's a lot subtler than the PL. But there is actually one benefit here that actually makes this the default filter that I use when I'm not using any of the ND or PLs. And that's that it can act as an extra layer of protection for the camera lens, preventing any bits of dust or dirt from hitting it, which could permanently scratch or damage the lens. The standard lens ring is just a ring, there's no glass or anything here that shields the camera. And remember I said about not being able to fit it in any of the filter cases? Well, the UV filter is just as thin as the other filters, so by using this as the de facto lens ring, I can easily keep it stored away when I'm using the other filters. In summary, these are 3 fantastic sets from Freewell. The all-day ND set comes with a wide range of filters for pretty much all shooting conditions, a much wider range versus the DJI set, so you can hit your desired shutter speed and get that smooth cinematic motion blur. And at $50 for the whole set from Freewell, you're getting twice as many filters here than DJI gives you for $55, so it's a no-brainer really. And I think that NDs are a must-have if you're serious about shooting video. The ND add in polarization, which is really useful for reducing glare and reflections when shooting at specific angles, but they're not always going to be the best option for all shoots, depending on which direction you're shooting in. And these come in at $70 for the set. Lastly, the UV acts as a great replacement for the standard lens ring, giving you some extra protection for the camera glass, in a more compact form factor that's easier for storage when swapping out with other filters, and this comes in at $30. If you're thinking of getting them all, Freewell does have a bundle with all the filters together for $130, a $20 saving. Each set comes with the fancy magnetic closing case, and if anything I would have liked to have seen this be a little bit smaller and more compact, especially for the UV filter, as this just comes in this huge big empty case and it's just one filter, but other than that it's just a fantastic set of filters from Freewell and they all do the job. As always, you can find links to all of these in the description below. If you've got any questions, then feel free to drop a comment below, and if you've learned something today, hit the like button and let me know. To see more tech and tech accessory videos from me, you can hit subscribe and the bell. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.